Hello everybody and welcome back to another video today. This is the election predictor. Today I'm going to be doing an analysis of the Republican primary for the Arizona Senate race in 2022. Before I get into this, I do want to mention, just make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are now very, very close to 200 subscribers. We are very, very close, with less than 5 subscribers away now, essentially. So go ahead and subscribe, because you should. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, if you like the video, go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, let's get right into this. So there have been, not too many polls come out of Arizona discussing the primary, discussing the different candidates, but I basically just wanted to go over them. Obviously, we have, if you can see, starts off with a range at the top, and then below it has the dates. There was a Ohio Predictive Insights, or not in Ohio, OH Predictive Insights. I'm not entirely sure what the company actual name is, from September 7th to the 12th, another poll on the 9th to the 12th, and then all the way one back in May from the 3rd to the 5th. But let's take a look at the two most recent polls in September. What we see at the moment, what we see at the moment is basically Mark Brnovich, who is, let me just, switch up for a second. Mark Brnovich, he is the current incumbent Attorney General of the state of Arizona. Under Doug Ducey. He's obviously a Republican. He is more of a moderate Republican, I would say, possibly moderate to conservative, and more of the establishment candidate in Arizona. He's obviously polling really well at the moment, has that name recognition statewide, but he is more of the establishment Republican type, probably more of a moderate, I would say. Not as, he's not like a Mitt Romney, but he's not like like any conservative, like Ron DeSantis with conservatism. But anyway, he is the person polling at the top, has that name recognition, and he is obviously the incumbent Attorney General. We also have Jim Lemon. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce his name, but I actually do not know who he is, so I'll just check it out. I think he entered the race a little bit later after him, because we didn't see any polling. Does he even have a Wikipedia page? Appears not. So I guess he's just, regular Republican. But I'm not really going to talk about him too much. He's polling, I guess, in the primary at 4th place out of the 4 people that have announced that they're running. And then you have Michael McGuire, who's at 14%. Let me also take a look at him. Okay, I assume, yes, he does have a Wikipedia. No, this is not the guy. Michael McGuire, let's see. Arizona. So he is the adjutant, adjutant, I believe that's how you pronounce it, General of Arizona National Guard. So he had a previous position, also has that name recognition, as we all can tell. Does have slight name recognition. That's probably why he's polling at 14%. And then who I want to focus on the most is Blake Masters, 6%. Has not really had much of an elected position before here. He is the most conservative of the Arizona candidates. He is definitely a very traditional Republican, and he is polling in 3rd place at the moment. So, slow in name recognition, but I do think if I were to mention one name out of the Arizona primary and one name in the Senate race who could actually have a really good shot of winning, Blake Masters. I would, put his name down on a sticky note, get it in your head, because you are probably going to be hearing his name very, very soon. If not, you haven't heard it already, as we head into 2022. I actually think at the moment he is polling at 6%. This was done September 12th. I think he has a very, very good shot at winning the Arizona primary and a very, very good shot at winning the Arizona general election. I frankly don't think that. And also, when I want to go talk about something else that's happening, Donald Trump is coming, former President Donald Trump, is going to be coming for a fundraiser for Blake Masters in Arizona this week, in campaigning for him and trying to make him and propel him to be the nominee for the Republican Party in Arizona. This is obviously going to give him a tremendous boost, and he will probably end up being the Republican nominee. Actually, it does say it's unclear whether Trump intends to endorse Masters or still whether they are weighing the other candidates in the Senate primary. However, he is obviously going, as we can see, to a campaign event somewhat, or a fundraiser for Blake Masters. So if he doesn't support him, it definitely will show that he is favoring him. But that is going to definitely ring the bells for Arizona Republicans who will be voting in the primaries to get out and vote for Blake Masters. I do think you'll see a significant jump in the polls for him. He is the more traditional candidate in Arizona, and the reason why I think that he has a better shot than anyone else at winning is because the way that I think that Republicans are going to actually do well at winning elections in the future is they're going to have to make a moral argument. And what we have seen, frankly, over the last 20 years from Republicans, they haven't really made that moral argument as to what putting down on a list what their actual beliefs about society should be. And Democrats have, that's why Democrats have done very, very well in elections. But I do think that they could turn many more people to their side, not particularly because one idea is better than the other, but because people haven't really seen anything out of Republicans. And what we have seen from Republicans like Mitt Romney, like John McCain, even George Bush, is they have simply and Paul Ryan, and you can go on and on. They have simply just talked about, frankly, economic issues. They have, as you saw back in 2010 with the Tea Party, Republicans were like, the debt, we're not going to be able to pay off our debt, the taxes are too high, gosh, we got to worry about inflation, we're printing too much money. Now, those are important issues, and people do turn out to vote for that, but I don't think, frankly, that a slight tax increase people could care less about compared to what Glenn Youngkin campaigned on, which was education. What are their children being taught on in schools? And he won that Virginia election, which has never elected a Republican for 10 years now and has been a Democrat state. Joe Biden won that state by 10 points in 2020. And he turned that state 12 points. He got a lot of suburban women to come out and vote. Hispanic support increased. Just a lot of big things happened for Glenn Youngkin in Virginia, and simply was not because he was campaigning on, we have to lower the state budget, we're spending too much money, or, are you the gas tax or the sales tax is too high. Those are economic issues that obviously need to be focused on. But I think that people need to hear a moral argument from Republicans, and I think that's what Blake Masters brings to the table. Obviously, I'm not endorsing him because, I'm not going to endorse a Republican in a primary. I'm just saying this is what I think the Republican Party should look like if they want to have a good shot, a very, very good shot at winning elections. You need to nominate people like him, people that are going to run on a platform. His ideas, what he's talked about, obviously come out against that bill by the House to draft women for the military. Very traditional, very, very conservative, most conservative, I think, out of all the people. And you would say that would hurt him in a toss-up state like Arizona. I don't think it will if he does campaign on a moral argument. And frankly, if there's a red wave in 2022, I think it could actually help him out a lot. I think Republicans could win that Senate race back if they campaign well, and we'll see if he does become the nominee for the Republicans in Arizona. My characterization for the state of Arizona may flip to Republican in future 2022 Senate election predictions. We are a year out, so there is much to talk about and much to come. But looking at this, Blake Masters in third place, 6% in the polls, not particularly supported of at the moment. I think you could be seeing a significant boost for him, and eventually you could even see a nominee Masters for the Republicans, and possibly a Senator Masters come 2023. But that is all in the ether. We do not know at the moment, but this is my first analysis of a primary election for the Senate. So if I were going to, and I wanted to do Arizona because I think that Arizona is usually glossed over now by the Republicans. They think they've lost that state. They think it's gone to the Democrats. We've had Joe Biden win in 2020, Kirsten Sinema 2018, Mark Kelly 2020, and Republicans think that they've lost it. They have not lost it. Arizona is a winnable state for Republicans. It is not a Democrat solid state. They can win this state back in 2022, but they need to nominate the right person, and they need to campaign on the right issues. And if Blake Masters is the nominee, I think they have a tremendous shot in winning the state back. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that, Mark Brnovich or Michael McGuire or Jim Lehman, whatever his last name you have to pronounce it. I'm not, obviously from Arizona, I'm not as familiar with these people. If you think that those other candidates had a better shot, there's still 51% of the Republicans undecided. The race has not, made itself as big as it has not become a statewide race yet. But if you think any of them are better, let me know in the comments and explain why. And, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day. Once more, thank you guys so much for watching.